Hey guys, I am thrilled to be alongside Turkish Super League champion of the year, Atiba Hutchinson. Atiba, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today.
No problem. No problem at all. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and let's begin with the big topic, obviously, of your season, a domestic double for Besiktas. What a mental final day of the season it was. As home of the Turkish Super League here on beIN Sports, we lived it all with you guys. Three teams in the running to lift the title on the final day. What was that final day and those final 90 minutes like for you and the team?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy because it was, I mean, three of the biggest teams here in the country. I don't think there was any leagues as close or as tight as our league was. We had the chance to maybe finish it a bit earlier on in the season, and we kept letting it slip and letting it get away from us. And yeah, obviously it went down to the last day, and a lot of nerves were involved. And yeah, obviously we believed in ourselves, we trusted in ourselves, but. It's one game of football and a lot could happen. So we were playing an away game, but we just stayed focused on our task. That we knew of what was going on in the other games, but of course we just want to stay focused on ourselves and just do the business on the pitch. But yeah, it was just amazing to get the win in the end. It went down to the last kick of the ball before we knew we were champions. So it was exciting, and obviously the emotions were very high at the end of it.
Yeah, what is that like? Is there someone assigned to hit the refresh button on their phone to keep track of the other two matches, or what? How does that work?
Yeah, there's a lot of people just just refreshing for 90 minutes. So, I mean, we at times you don't really want to get the message. You want to stay involved in on what's going on the pitch. But of course, you get the messages every once in a while. And I remember it was at a moment where I think Galatasaray they had taken the lead. They went up 2-1, and I didn't even know that they had equalized. I knew they were losing at halftime. So yeah, we kind of got that message, and at that moment it was just time to start giving it an extra push and fight for the goal. We needed a goal. We needed to win that game. So you get the message. Sometimes it's not good to get a message, but in some cases I guess it is. And yeah, we got that message. A lot of people were letting us know, and then we just went into another gear, and fortunate enough we got that penalty, and then we scored the goal to win the game.
Yeah, and just like you said, it literally came down to a goal. You guys not only celebrating the Turkish Super League title, though, you also won the Turkish Cup, a domestic double this season. What have the celebrations been like over the past 7 days? The stuff that you can tell us, of course.
No, no, it was it was amazing. We were all in those two games were in one city. So we went away and played that game in Izmir. The name of the city was Izmir. We played it there, and just after winning the first game, the championship, we had some time just with ourselves, and had a good celebration over in the nighttime at the hotel, and then it carried on to the next day. We just kind of let loose by the pool and stuff. Nothing crazy, but just time together as a team, which was important to have. It was needed because it was a long season, and at the end, we finally got it done. So very happy about that, and just enjoyed it by the pool. And then the next day, it was yeah, one day before the game, so it was time to get kind of locked in for the cup final. And we were just very yeah, motivated to get that cup as well, because the double is something that Besiktas hasn't done for a while. So very early on, we knew that we had the chance to go for a double, and we put that in our minds that we wanted to get that done. And yeah, we started focusing one day before the game and played the cup final. Another great night. In the cup final, it could go either way, but yeah, we had a good start to that game, and yeah, got the cup as well. So it was great for us.
Yeah, and you talk about the season as a whole. It really was a roller coaster season, just as we said. Three teams alive on the final day really does paint the picture. But you played a monumental role for Besiktas. You were the fourth most used player in the entire roster this season. You have 6 assists since April, so you really came alive right when Besiktas needed you to most. What was the season like for you personally?
Yeah, I think this season I had a good season. It kind of started off slow. I think for all of us, we just needed to get used to each other and get comfortable with each other because there was a lot of new players. But once everybody was in, things started clicking. We started gelling as a team, playing some good football, and we kind of found our way of play, our identity, and that helped me as well. I felt where I was in a position where I could give a lot to the team as one of the more experienced players who had been playing in Turkey for now this is my eighth season, so I know what the league has to offer, and I just did my part in helping out the team, and yeah, the goals came along with it, and the assists, like you said, they started coming more and more. But it was more about the way the team played this year. I think we were pretty dominant in the way we played. We had a great team. Everybody was in it for the right causes, and we just helped each other and pushed each other along, and that was what was most important for us. And obviously, I had a pretty good season myself, so I was very happy with that.
Certainly did. And you know who else had a really good season? Fellow Canadian Kyle Larin, team high 19
For
goals
sure.
on the season. Did you expect him to boom in the Turkish Super League the way that he did? And what is your relationship like with him?
Yeah, me and Kyle we're very good, from the same city, from Brampton, just outside of Toronto. So yeah, we've known each other for quite some time now. But he's a player that when you give him that chance and he gets, the number of games that, he should, well, he expects to get, he'll thrive. And he was given that chance, and once he got that chance, he really took it. And the goals started coming and the confidence started growing in himself. I know he's a player that can score goals, and he played in a position that he wasn't really familiar with, but he took advantage of getting that chance of playing every single game, and he was very helpful for the team. He gave a lot to us. Always a player, just looking for goals, and not only just scoring. He helped us out a lot defensively. He was working very hard as I'm used to seeing him as a striker, and to see the amount of, work that he had put in running up and down the pitch and, getting back in defensively, helping out the team, taking the right positions and on the ball as well. He's been growing and developing as a player as well. So it's not just the scoring goals, he's been doing a lot on the pitch that maybe goes unnoticed. So a very, key factor for the team this year and win the championship.
Yeah, it certainly was. And it seems to be a trend all across Europe. Canadians just lighting it up. We just crowned Lille as champion over in France. Obviously, Jonathan David playing a monumental role for them in that tournament. Are you excited about the future of Canada in world football?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. As you said, there's a lot more Canadians that are popping up now, and not only that, some of us are winning championships in Europe in some of the biggest leagues. So that's something that you wouldn't see years back, and I think it's a great thing for Canada, and a lot of people are starting to see what's going on and open their eyes on what's happening in Canada with the development. So it's something that's important and something that's been needed to see from not only us in Canada, but globally. So as you said, Jonathan, he won the league just yesterday. I followed him over the last few weeks, especially. Did very well, had a great season, so very happy for him. But yeah, it's a great thing to see for Canada doing well, and not only the players that are winning championships now, but the last time I was in camp with the national team, I seen a lot of players that I had not really known about, and to get the chance to play alongside these young players that are so bright and have very good bright futures ahead of them. It's very nice to see, because it's something that I haven't seen since I've been with the program.
Yeah, Alfonso Davies obviously also at Bayern Munich. Is there a group chat going on throughout the season that you guys all link up and chat in, or does that kind of go dormant when you guys don't meet up?
Yeah, every once in a while, people start chiming in, especially when you see Fonzie winning Champions Leagues and stuff like that. So,
Very casual.
yeah, very casual, exactly. No, but yeah, it's nice. I mean, these guys are good. It's a good group. A lot of good young players that uh, are very close, very tight knitted. So, yeah, we have these little groups, and it's good to see.
Yeah, speaking of another player, Richie Larea, word on the street is that you actually are trying to get maybe or have recommended that Besiktas maybe take a look at Richie. Richie has said he does want to make the jump over to Europe. Could you see him playing for Besiktas or another top European club?
Well, whether it's Besiktas or another club in Europe, I think he's definitely got the potential. I really like him as a player. I think he's good going both ways, very positive and confident in himself, good feet, solid defensively, and he's got what it takes to be, a player that can play at a high level in Europe. So, I had a couple words with the club, and that was my part. If I see somebody that I feel could, make a difference, I'll obviously mention that player, to my club or to any other club if I feel is needed. But yeah, like I said, I think he's a good player and he's got a lot of potential.
So you're on the phone telling him, come to Besiktas.
I'm in his ears.
We all remember that campaign. It really took the world by storm. Speaking of
Yeah, oh,
Besiktas,
for sure.
it was a good one. It was a good one. As you've said earlier in this interview, you've spent 8 seasons at the club. What has made you want to stay and dedicate so much of your career to the club? Is it the fan base? Is it the program itself? Is it your love for Turkey? I mean, walk us through kind of your relationship with Besiktas.
Yeah, I think it's everything. The fan base is extraordinary. You can't really find fans that are as passionate as they are here in Turkey. They're great and they were very welcoming from the first moment I came to Turkey. I was told before coming to Turkey that you have to come here and show them that you want to work hard, and once you do that, they kind of just open their arms and embrace you and take you in, and that's how it was for me, and that's the type of player I've been my whole career. So they've taken to me very well, and I appreciate that. But yeah, it's a beautiful beautiful country. The city is amazing. My family really loves it here. All my kids were born here in Istanbul, and yeah, after every year, I sit back and think if I'm ready to go, and at the end of the day, I'm not. I'm very happy here, and like I said, they've been very loving to me, and I really appreciate everything they've done to me. So why not continue?
And that brings you to my next question. What does the future hold for Atiba Hutchinson?
Yeah, well, I've been, in talks with the club, so there's a good chance that I'll be here for next season, but we'll speak over the next coming weeks.
Well, I'm sure they would love to have you, and we would love to still see you flying for Besiktas, perhaps win your 4th title with them next season right here on beIN Sports. Thank you so much again for the time.
All right, thank you. No problem. Thanks for having me.